going, baby. Keep going. We're almost there. Oh, we're there. Okay. Live from Waterloo's production studio. It's Miss Rocky and Shanita's North End Update Live.
Bringing you the good stuff from a North End perspective, of course.
Today's guests are Mark Crawford, Facility Supervisor, North Iowa Regional Services, and
Reverend Dr. Michael Blackwell, Director Emeritus, University of Northern Iowa.
You know what time it is?
Boom shakalaka!
Woo!
Here
We've
we
been
are.
clapping all day.
I know.
I know. Everything makes you happy, makes you want to clap about it, right,
Yes.
Shaviva?
Yes, absolutely.
Like we said, we got a great show lined up for you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Miss Rocky and Shaviva's North End Update Live. I'm Rocky.
And I'm Shaviva, and this is North End Update.
Right. We want to
Yes.
shout out to our very, very special frequent viewers, and we got a lot of them.
Oh,
Shaviva.
yes, we do.
Matt Gilbert, Laura Walter, Mike Hollingsworth, and Cindy Bancroft. Thank you for watching.
Yes, Lanny Gelson, Romaro Anderson, Janice Durham, and Gaston Moore. Hey, y'all.
Hey. And we're going to have some comments in just a minute, but we want to remind you that today is International Women's Day. So we're going to grill our guests on all about what they know about women. No, we're not.
Oh, you going to grill them? Oh, my
That's
goodness.
a little bit too broad a subject.
Okay.
But we are going to entertain the idea of women in ministry and who inspires them as women in their lives, Shaviva.
For sure.
Okay, you know we're the podcast you can see, right?
Yep, and if you didn't know, we're the aunties with the T.
Yes.
Yes.
So listen, the congratulations to Jana Poole Fairbanks. Trust me, I'm going to get your, what is it that she won?
She won a membership, an individual
membership.
membership
Yes.
to the ground.
Yes, congratulations to you, and we're going to do some better notifications this
Okay.
week. Also, Wednesday, we were live at All In Grocers, our sustaining collaborator, Shaviva, and we had a great time
Yes, we
there.
did.
What about the rules?
Okay, yes, the rules. If you want to be entered into the drawing so that you can win a $100 shopping spree from All In, just go in, make sure you spend $10. Every $10 you spend, you can enter your name at customer service so that when it's time to do the drawing on the 29th, you know, you'll have a whole bunch of chances to win.
Yes, and good luck to you because we're going to do that drawing and you're going to be able to spend your money in the grocery store, or actually you can spend your money at grandma's hands. Take your family out to eat.
Oh,
you
my
know?
goodness, that would be wonderful.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
that food is off the chain. Today, our talking point will be, if you play small, you stay small. It's okay to want more, to do more, and to be more. Somebody might need to hear that. And for those of you that are watching this next week and on MediaCom, hi.
Okay.
It's the future, Shaviva.
That's right, stepping into the future.
And
for
people might wonder why we say things twice. You know, if you're
Yeah.
watching on Facebook, you might think, oh, they're saying the same thing they just said in the pre-show. But our pre-show is only on Facebook, where the Boom Shakalaka is on MediaCom, YouTube, and Instagram links.
That's right, yes.
So we do it twice. Yes, it's a show so nice that we do it twice.
Okay, I like that.
Right,
I'll
okay.
stick with that. For Give It Air, we're going to be talking about Edgar V. Cunningham, one of the first, if not the first,
Right.
Black Eagle Scout in the United States. Okay. Oh, and newsflash, birthday
Newsflash.
people,
Ooh.
be sure to stick around for your shout out and song.
Yes, because if I remember right, Dr. Blackwell is one of them singing preachers.
Oh,
Yeah, he could
Is
sing
that a
that
fact?
birthday.
Okay.
We're going to find it's going to be fun. We know that, right?
okay, that's right.
Okay. And, you know, some people may not know that we do accept people to come on the show and sing just to sing.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, if there's something special that you do, that you sing, you have some kind of talent that you would like to display, spoken word or something, please get in contact with us. Let us
Yes.
know. We'd love to have you.
Or if you have a business that you'd like us to promote, we can work out something as well.
That's right.
And we have some comments.
We have 4 comments First, just coming from Velveeta Robertson, saying Happy Friday, ladies.
Hey, Nita, thank you.
The second comment is from Kendall Crawford, saying, Hey, ladies, blessings to you both.
Oh,
Thank you,
Kendall,
Kendall.
we love you. Thank you.
The third comment is from Lisa Ambrose, saying, Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Hey,
Lisa.
Lisa.
And the fourth and last comment is from Renita Wright, saying, Hello, ladies.
Hello,
Hey, Renita.
Renita, the jewelry later. We gotta get
Yes.
some more bling from her,
Yes.
right? Okay. All right. So, you know what? I think we're gonna have this drawing right now because I don't want to forget it. Sometimes we forget it.
Drawing? You say drawing?
I said drawing.
Okay, it's time for the Kentucky Bell.
Kentucky Bell.
Yes.
All right. So we are drawing today for what are we doing? Oh, an art print. Or a
Yes.
copy of my children's book. So we got two drawings. One person's gonna win each.
Oh.
Okay, so we're gonna announce which one wins what, so y'all don't start fighting over
Okay,
it.
that's
Okay,
right.
okay.
No need to arm wrestle or anything like that.
Right. All right. You ready? Drum roll.
Yeah.
It's a terrible drum roll. Okay. Diane Ebert. She wins a copy of Susie Clark.
All right.
Okay. Congratulations, Diane.
Congratulations. And
For those of you who are waiting, and this is for the inspiring woman today, right? Who inspired you? That's what we asked you.
yes.
Kim Ryder, you won an art print from Shaviva Banks Ferguson.
Okay.
All right, congratulations to you. Now we got that over with,
Mm-hmm.
so we can move on to our wonderful guest, Shaviva.
Yes.
It's
It's
time
about
to
that time, isn't it?
It's
Yes.
time to introduce to your left, Shaviva.
Reverend Dr. Michael Blackwell.
Yes, thank you for joining us. Yes, and to my right, Mark Crawford. Or when you know him like I do, you can say Marky. But he's a grown man now, so
Okay.
Mark. We're gonna call you Mark while we're live today, okay?
That's fine.
All
All
right,
right.
welcome.
Thank you guys for having me.
You bet. So today, we usually start talking about the Soul Town. Are you familiar with this Soul Town, Dr. Blackwell?
Yes.
Yes, okay, well, we like to talk about the Soul Town because it's a hometown magazine. Are you familiar with it? Uh-oh,
Oh, that's right. So our job is not over.
it's not over. What about the Soul Town, Shaviva? I'm trying to find Derek Holmes's article again so I can,
Other than the fact that it is an awesome magazine started right here in Waterloo, Iowa by Cherie Kaba, it just covers so many different subjects of interest. There's advice.
yes.
There's funny, what is it, Gypsy Girl when she's talking about her dating experience. There's
Joe Madison, the Black
recipes,
Eagle,
yes.
you know, he recently passed away, and there's a dedication for him on a page here in the Soul Town. And you can actually get the Soul Town digitally, or you might want to hold a copy in your hand. So you can go to get it digitally at thesoultownmagazine.com and
Yes.
learn all about the good stuff. Royalty in her own right. Who was that about?
Lola
Shaviva?
Shirley Graham Dubois.
See, people that you didn't know about. So get yourself a copy today. Here, you can have this one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Dr. Blackwell, she's kind of stingy, otherwise she would probably give you hers too, but you gonna give
So
him
just
yours?
put me on Front Street. Yes, Dr.
There you
Blackwell.
go.
I don't need one. I get
Oh,
it in the
she
mail.
gets it in
There
the,
you go.
okay, see, now you gotta subscribe. Now you're running behind, Mark.
See?
Okay, get your Soul Town today. All right, in our talking point, we're gonna open up and talk about, this is from All In Groceries, is our new supporter. And what is our talking point
It's-
should be?
If you play small, you stay small. It's okay to want more, do more, and be more.
Yes, Dr. Blackwell, what do you think about that? Is that, can you identify with that in your own life, or?
Well, I guess I could say yes to that. I think that the matter is that we find ourselves always sort of behind the eight ball, so to speak, if we're African American. And so we have to develop ways to transcend some of the obstacles that we have in our lives. And so, you know, working hard, going to school, trying to achieve, be the best person one can be, those things are very important in order to transcend the problems that we all face on a daily basis. Sometimes we don't focus on them because it's just too disturbing to do so. But other times we have to pay attention to that and make sure that as individuals we work to better ourselves so that then we can help to better other people as well.
Oh, that's right. And that sounds like a motto that you obviously live by, because I know that's what you do. You lift other people up and educate people, which is always, a good thing. So thank you for that response. What do you think about that? Do you think big, Mark?
Oh yes, always.
Yes.
In the field that I work in, you have to think big because you're constantly putting yourself on the back burner kind of and uplifting others, because our motto at work is, we put clients' needs first. And so we kind of try to leave our problems at the door, and when we come in, it's all about them.
Oh.
So it's just very important to, take some time, out of your day to uplift other people. 8-hour shift, devoted to them.
Yes.
And, we deal with what we have to deal with once we leave work. So I just think that that's important.
That is important, for sure.
Sounds like a great way to operate.
Yes, yes. What do you think about it, Chevy?
Well, there's some, if you play small, you stay small. There's, I guess, a number of ways you can look at that. Sometimes it might be in your interest to, quote unquote, stay small and approach things a little bit more methodical instead of maybe jumping in over your head. So
That's true.
there's that side.
That's true. Yeah, it's okay to want more, do more, but we started out kind of small in my backyard drinking wine,
Yes.
solving all the world problems.
Yes,
And
indeed.
now we're doing here in the City Hall studio, which is great, but you got to be careful what you ask for, because
Oh,
we've
yes.
been, but not that we love what we do, but it seems like some weeks Shaviva and I are like too busy. We're really busy, so.
Yeah. It's almost
and
like we
it's-
don't get the same 24 hours everybody else gets.
But it's fun, and we don't
yeah.
have to, so we enjoy it. But I
Yes.
remember the other day we used to sell some of Shaviva's paintings, and I had the bright idea, let's go sell them. She made prints, so I said, let's go to people's women's houses, and set it up like a Tupperware party, and show people how they can frame your prints and display them.
Yeah.
We were like, we had so many bookings every night. We're packing up all these great big accessories and suitcases and lugging them around, and we were retired,
Yeah.
So you got to be careful. Sometimes I do agree, Shaviva, it's kind of good to stay small if that's where you're feeling it.
Not shrink. Don't shrink
No,
yourself.
don't shrink yourself. No, exactly. So now it's time for our Give It Air real quick, and we don't want to skim over this stuff, and then we'll get to comments, Shaviva. Our Give It Air segment is about a family friend that I grew up with, and you may know, our monitor went out. What's going on with it? You may know, you've heard of Dr. Walter Cunningham, and I know you have because of the school that's named by him. But his father, Edgar Cunningham, who grew up down the street from me, and we were always taught that we were cousins. And people come up from the South, and when they say that's your cousin, right? Because I think black people invented play cousins, right? Because you can have play cousins just like a real cousin, right?
Yeah.
So that's who these people were to me. The Cunninghams were my uncles, my aunts, and my cousins. And what do you have for Give It Air, Shaviva?
Well, okay. Edgar Cunningham was one of the first, if not the first, Black Eagle Scout in the United States, and he's from right here in Waterloo. In 1920, Boy Scout groups from Antioch Baptist Church, led by Scoutmaster James E. Mills, and Payne AME Church, led by Scoutmaster James Lincoln Page, joined to form Boy Scouts of America Troop 12, one of the Winnebago Council of Boy Scouts of America's first all-black troops, having about 45 members, including James Torpley, Russell Lasley, Span Oliver, David Bell, and Willie Washington. On June 8th, 1926, Edgar V. Cunningham Sr. achieved his Eagle Scout status.
Yes, and Troop 12, we wanted to shout out to Troop 12 to celebrate the 104th anniversary of this troop and the 98th anniversary of Edgar V. Cunningham Sr. meriting his Eagle Scout, making him the first Black Eagle Scout in the city of Waterloo. possibly in the United States. And my dear cousin Carla wanted to include the late Bishop C. Burt on receiving his Silver Beaver Award in 1955. So we just had to give that a little bit of air, Shaviva.
History's happening every day.
Every day.
Yes.
All right, and now we get to talk to the one and only Dr. Michael Blackwell. Thank you so much for joining us today, Dr. Blackwell. We want to talk to you about how long have you been in the ministry, and what's the other question, and what led you to become involved?
Well, I've
Wow.
been in the ministry for 42 years.
42 years, wow.
Yes, I was licensed to preach at Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta.
Oh my.
And then 2 years later, I got ordained. I grew up in Connecticut, so I was ordained at a Baptist church in New Haven, Connecticut.
My.
So that's a long time.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yes, and I don't know. I think that, what was the other part to that?
What called you? I mean, what led you to become involved in the ministry? Most preachers will say, I had a calling. Like, was it that way with you, or?
Well, I'd say that I had grandparents. My grandfather, on both sides, paternal and maternal grandfathers were in the church and very devout Christians and were deacons in the churches that they attended. But really what made me focus on becoming a minister, I was going to go to college to be a biochemist. And I was doing well in biology and chemistry. In high school, I went to a class in chemistry at the local university, but my parents were trying to push me in that direction. So when I got to college, I was not under their thumb as much. And so I switched majors and majored in political science. But really what led me to do that was my experience in the 1960s. I mean, I was profoundly affected by the assassinations
Yes.
of John F. Kennedy, of Malcolm X, of Medgar Evers, of Martin Luther King Jr., and Robert Kennedy. And I just could not believe that we lived in such a violent society. And so I felt the calling to help people. And my view is that spirituality, a major part of spirituality is helping the poor, being trying to help those who are marginalized and oppressed, and always, dealing with the least of these, as they're called. And so that's what I did. I went to school and majored in political science, minored in religious studies and English, and then decided to go on to seminary. I went to Morehouse School of Religion in Atlanta, and then came back to my hometown in Connecticut and went to Yale Divinity School, and finally went to graduate school at Boston University. And I must say that as far as, Cherie would get me in trouble if I don't say that I write for the Soul Town.
Oh, that's
every
right.
month.
Of course.
And that you just mentioned
Yes.
Shirley Graham Du Bois, and I wrote that article in there.
Well,
So
how
I
about
write
that?
about historical figures that made a contribution to our society over the centuries. So
Yes. I noticed on your page Martin Luther King was represented, I don't know, in different speeches and stuff. And we're wondering, Shaviva, how, is that what, Shaviva writes the question, she comes up with some good ones. Go ahead, Shaviva.
Oh, no. I'm just.
How is your work, oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
Go, Shaviva.
No, you.
How has your ministry shaped you as an educator? And has being an educator impacted your ministry?
Sounds like a lot of overlap. I mean,
Yes. Well, I feel that it's always a challenge to teach young people because they're not grounded as much in the history of our culture, and that's not their fault. I mean, they don't teach it in schools.
That's
Right.
right.
And I had to learn it by going to a public library.
My goodness.
and luckily I found a section in the library about black historical figures, and so I loved it so much that I read a lot on my own, and I think that's what we need to do, especially during these times when they're banning such books.
I know, right?
That we need to build up a library of our own and study these different ideas about how people sacrifice their lives to better
yes.
other people and the next generation. And so I feel that my goal is to, as much as I can, to sort of pass the baton to the next generations to do the same kind of work so that we can uplift our people and make this world a better place for all of them to live.
They act like they're ready, don't they? Don't they? They really do. We have some comments, Imani?
All right, before we leave, Miss Renita Wright said congratulations for those who won the drawings.
Oh, yes.
Henry Kennedy said my nephew Mark Jr.
Oh, Henry Kennedy, okay.
What's up, Henry?
Hey, hey.
And Amy Cass said sometimes allowing a small idea to grow to grow and flourish allows you to reach heights you could not imagine.
That's right. We got a shout out to Imani Shaviva.
Yes, we
Imani,
do.
yes.
Our Imani. That's
Our
right.
Imani, our intern, has a great, Ed's gonna put her on. Smiley Imani.
That's right.
It's her birthday tomorrow.
That's
Happy
right.
birthday.
Yes.
So we're gonna be singing to you today. Oh, Lori's even here to join us just in the birthday song after we talk to Mark. Okay. And Imani has a spectacular grade point. What's your
That's
grade
right.
point average?
I believe it is still 3.8.
Okay, can you say
All
that
right.
louder like you mean?
That's
it?
right.
3.8.
Yes, I love it. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
they have gold, silver, and bronze,
That's
just like in the Olympics.
Yes.
And our girl is doing gold.
Gold, whoop,
All right.
whoop. I love it. Yes, congratulations, Imani. And thank you so much for those perspectives, Dr. Blackwell. Shaviva, take over the show, will you? What about Mark?
Okay.
Because I talk too much sometimes. And
Well,
I
see,
bet you
and
people
I
watching say,
sit back
"She
and
do all
I
the
relax.
talking."
I feel like a guest on the show, so I just,
I have to kind of moderate. That's what my
there you
job
go. You
is.
keep the ball moving.
Okay.
Anyway, first of all, thank you so much for being with
Yes,
us.
thank you.
And tell us what you do. Tell our audience a little bit about yourself and what it is that you do at North Iowa
Regional
Services.
Yes, what is that?
So, first of all, my name is Mark Crawford. I've been working in the mental health field with juveniles since 2014. I'm like 9 years in, but I feel like I'm about 20 years in. So what we have is a crisis center, we have a subacute center, and then we have a kids crisis center as well, which opened in June. So it'll be almost a year here coming up, located on Logan Avenue. So
What do you like about your work the most?
just giving back. To me, it brings fulfillment when I'm able to give back, because I have a understanding of, we have a detention center. So, we get kids that come in and out, that commit crimes. And sometimes I see them coming back and forth, and it's a pattern. And so for me, it's my job to, show these kids the ropes, because it's sad to say, but a lot of them come back to us because, they feel loved. They have a place to stay.
Yes.
They have food. It's shelter and it's structured.
Right.
And so,
Kids do love structure.
Yes.
Even though you feel like you're spanking them too much or fussing at them too much, they really do appreciate it, I found.
Yep.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. They want to know what's coming next. So, and what we have at the detention center, like there's a routine that they have to follow. And so when they know exactly what it is that they have to do, they abide by that.
So that's sort of helping them to instill a structure that they can use outside of the facility without necessarily having
Correct.
to come back.
Yep, and some do and some don't.
Right.
So
And if they happen to be Black, it's good to see that they have someone that looks like them in
Yup.
in where they're frequent and they're often for you to talk to. Because
Exactly.
I've heard in studies that a white person doesn't see a little black boy like they see a little white boy. They don't identify like they can, like that could be their son. And I understand, I feel that that's true, but when I see a little black boy that's being bad, I will spank him out in public. I will. I scold little kids a lot because I think that's what we do as a
Hey,
village,
I'm
and
a
that's the
manda-
way I was
I'm a
raised.
mandatory reporter, so you can't do that.
Oh, okay, well, off the record, I will whoop your kids, dog. Comments, Imani, is that what you're holding up, or are we running out of time?
I was holding up comments and.
Okay, thank you. We have some comments from,
All right, 2 comments. The first comment comes from Now Crawford saying, "Hello, ladies. I
Hey,
love your
Natalie.
show. Great job."
thank you.
And the second comment comes from Majda. Let me see.
Oh,
Kalaji.
Maja, is that your, how do you say
It's
her
my
name?
fiance,
Yes.
Maida.
Maida, I always want to
All right,
sound it
Maida.
out. Maida, she's so beautiful. And I saw, I watched your engagement on Facebook. Somebody has to watch it. Go to Mark Crawford's page and watch what he got down on his knee. It was so romantic.
Thank you.
So proud of you. Yeah.
She
And-
said, Kaden and Kingsley said, "Hi, Dada."
Hi, Kaden and Kingsley.
All right. Well, Shaviva, I think that we've had a great conversation with you. And tell people who you work for again and how can they get in touch with you if they think that, is there a waiting line? I got so many questions.
Nope. So it's North Iowa Regional Services. We have, you can find us online. You can also, our number is 319-291-2455.
Wow.
Depending on what help that you need, you just hit the appropriate extension. So,
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Somebody really needed to have that connection today. We just know it. And somebody needed to hear the inspiration that you provided today. So thank you so much for joining us, Shaviva. We're gonna go ahead and do what? The birthdays.
That's right, we gotta shout out our birthday people. Every
Yes.
week, we've got the best birthday people. Oh, and first of all, viewer discretion is advised, folks. If you don't like seeing people having too much fun,
Right.
you don't, you get tired of graphic laughter, that sort of
Graphic
stuff.
laughter is
Yeah.
gonna be here soon, so you might wanna turn
Step
the TV.
away for a second,
Right,
yeah.
but we're getting ready to get down with the birthday song,
That's
right?
right.
Okay, who do we have?
Happy
Shaviva.
birthday to Ellen Vanderloo,
Happy
Beauty Fitz,
Beauty.
Connie Wooten Stewart,
Connie.
Randy Creighton,
Randy.
Ariane Davis, and Lisa Speecher Munoz.
Right, Rick Vanderwall, David Green, he's getting up there, isn't he?
He is,
We love
yeah.
David Green. Kendra and Sharita Taro, yes,
Yes.
the twins,
Abena, yes.
Sharon Dale, yes, and Velveeta Roberson, my
Hey,
sister.
Vita,
Hey,
yes.
Vita. And Brian Graves and Imani Doris,
Yay!
the superstar.
Woo!
Happy birthday
All right.
tomorrow. Okay, well, Shaviva, I think Lori's in the house just to sing happy birthday with
All
us
right,
today.
well, come on.
So, Imani, we're going to sing it to you especially, and especially to all my other wonderful birthday people
That's
too, right?
right.
Did you know any
yes.
of them, Dr. Blackwell?
through,
you know
come
any of
through.
these birthday people? Do you? Okay. Do you want a solo today?
No.
Well, I know you. I remember you singing at church one time, and I said, "Ooh, that preacher can sing." You know how that goes.
I do not ever remember him singing.
Well, there's the first
I
time,
do
though.
not.
Right? Well, you'll come back because we need to do a whole show just on Dr. Blackwell, so he
And
can
his
sing.
singing.
Yes. All right. I think we made him blush. I'm sure you would agree
It couldn't fit more perfectly
than to have a world party.
on the day you came to be.
Happy
birthday
You know this
to
part.
ya.
Come on.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday
Dr.
to ya.
Blackwell.
Happy birthday. All right. We did it. We
Happy
did it.
birthday,
We
Abner.
sure did it. Happy
Yes.
birthday, Abinah. That's your sister.
That's my sister.
That's right. Well, as seasoned women, we have learned a few things, Shaviva.
That's right, from seasoned folks like us.
Yes,
Mhm.
and I've learned to focus on the things you can control.
Okay.
and not worry about the things you can. We
Okay.
learned that a long time ago. Put your trust in the Lord.
There you go.
Am I right?
Yep, without a doubt.
That's right.
Okay, and I have learned from a very wise man, Mr. Nelson Mandela,
Okay.
that courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it.
Ooh, nice, nice. Well, if you didn't know that, hopefully you've learned today too.
Yep.
And until next week, Lori Dale, what?
Boom shakalaka.
That works in
Until
every
next
case.
week, we want you to keep doing more stuff that makes you awesome.
That's right, like Mark and like Dr.
Dr.
Blackwell,
Blackwell,
because
it
makes us
all look
good.
good. All right, birthday people, this was the jam.
Okay, hey, see you next week.
See you next week.